Ready, Set, RC, and today we have the 1969 Camaro 1/10 scale no prep drag car. This is a ready-to-run car. The chassis is based off of the Losi 22, and let's get into this car, guys. The 1969 Camaro Losi no prep drag car. This thing looks amazing, guys, and this video is not doing it any justice. You have to go to your local hobby store, check this car out, see what it's all about. It looks unbelievable, guys. It just looks unbelievable in person. But I wanted to go over what you get in the box first. They give you some AA's for the controller. You get some basic tools for the RC, a sticker sheet. Starting to see more of the integration with Proline. You get a Proline body listing for this car, the Spectrum Electronics listings, and you also get some hop-up parts that are available for this RC. You get a blowout of the car. It's in multiple different languages. It's 3D. You also get parts listings for the car too as well. And then you get a pretty full owner's manual. This is typical to any other Losi manual that you've seen in the past. Comes in multiple different languages, and it gives you everything from start to finish as to what you need to do to this RC to maintain it and to also get support for it. And this is the controller you get for it. You get the SLT3 controller, has a foam wheel, has steering, throttle, and the steering dual rate also on this controller, guys. So it has a bind button on the rear. It has a reverse switches for throttle and steering, and the ability to change the throttle from 50 to 75 to 100 rate on this. It's a pretty decent controller, guys. This is probably my first RC that I've owned with the SLT3. Third channel here at my thumb. Throttle feels pretty good, and a nice, the steering feels springy enough. Doesn't feel too bad. Feels good in the hand. It's pretty good for a ready to run. No AVC on this controller, guys. But here we are, guys. The car in all of its glory. And let's go over the body really quick. So right now, I'm not sure if you guys are able to pick that up, but you're seeing the lighting system is already in there. This body is several molded pieces. A housing for the LED lighting also in the front here as well. It's affixed with these screws, 2 at the top here, 2 on the side. We have the main portion of the body right here with a third Lexan piece coming off of the rear, and also a LED mounting system up here in the rear. Chrome bumper in the front, chrome grille, the LEDs already installed with a lens in here. I have seen quite a few people popping the lenses on here. I plan on taking these off, putting a little bit of shoe glue on them, get a little bit of glue on there to fix them, just making sure that I don't pop them off and lose them. In the rear, we also have another separate assembly with the chrome bumper out here in the rear. And for the wing, this is also a separate assembly. This is a nice composite compound on the rear here, guys. This is not Lexan. As you guys are already picking that up on the camera, the windows and everything on here are clear, just how we want it. We want it to look as scale as possible. And now heading over to the chassis, you guys can see the amount of travel there is. There isn't much, and for a drag car, that's what you want. I'm liking how this is set up. I'm looking at the battery compartment, and I wish they would have done it a little bit differently. I like the battery straps, but I would prefer probably Velcro. These tend to. No, I don't know how much of you guys are going to run 3S on this or not, or push this up and start putting a 3S system in here, but you have some limitations when it comes to this battery strap system that's in here. Obviously, you can go ahead and construct your own Velcro system for this. That's quick and easy. But I know that the system that's in here, it's a 2S compatible system. Looking at this, it has IC5 connectors coming off of the ESC. As for the tires, I like the compound. Yeah, I really do like the compound, and we'll have to see how these hold up. But I do like the compound of the tires. They feel stiff. We'll see how stiff they are. This is my first time actually seeing the Losi drag car in person, so yeah, these tires feel nice and stiff. We'll see how they hold up. I imagine they still will balloon to some degree, but we'll see how these hold up for the most part. Going through the car from front to rear, we have a nice firm composite bumper coming off the front. We have the body mount extended in the front coming off with with a support going back to the shock tower. The shock tower is also composite. Shocks in the front and in the rear, they are composite shocks. They are not screw down. They're adjusted with clips, and that is how you will stiffen up the springs on this car. We have camber and toe adjustments in the front. In the rear, only camber adjustment. The chassis is a metal chassis all throughout, and that's new for the 22S lineup. Typically on the 22S, it has been a plastic chassis on this car. Coming out to the rear, we also have a composite shock tower with the body mount extended out to the rear. This is a two-wheel drive vehicle, guys, so that you're fully aware of that. I'm looking at the wheelie bar extended off the rear. It looks like about maybe 6 different adjustments on the lower portion of the wheelie bar, with only one adjustment coming off of the top of it. As for electronics, we're looking at an S606 as the servo in this car. As for the ESC, it is a brushless ESC, but it's the SPMX SE 1100 ESC. I've not used that ESC before, and also the motor for me is new. I don't think I've used this motor before, which is the Spectrum Firma 6500 kV motor. Pretty high kVs in there. We'll see how that performs in this car. It's going to have a lot of top end on this. CV style axles in the rear, guys. As I said, this is a two-wheel drive RC. Out-drive cups are also metal. From what I can see, it is full rubber sealed ball bearings throughout on this car as well. A metal gear transmission on this car as well, guys. Just well built, and I don't expect anything less out of Losi is to have a well built RCV. But since this is my first no prep drag car, I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I'm still trying to get used to this car. As you guys know, this is not my first drag car. I have the drag buggy that I've been working through for the past couple of months, trying to get that tuned just right. And when I get that going right, maybe I'll have it go head to head with the Losi drag car. But I'm gonna let you guys go here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for our latest posts to the channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.